Welcome to Nightmare County. I'm your host, Randall M. Gold, and I want to say happy Friday the 13th to all of you, for this is the day that most of us in the horror movie community sit around, grab a bunch of Friday the 13th movies, and have a marathon. We either watch all the movies, the TV series, or we even play video games or board games or read a comic book featuring our favorite slasher, Jason Voorhees. It's been a year since my last video on Friday the 13th, celebrating it. And on that video, all I did was talk about kind of the things that I enjoyed about Friday the 13th. In this video, I want to do something a little bit different and do a from best to worst list. But instead of a best to worst, it's just my favorite to least favorite of the Friday the 13th movies. Because I really do enjoy all of them. Yes, I will dog parts 5, Jason X, and Goes to Hell almost all the time. But I still enjoy them and I watch them a lot. So in this video, I want to do a from best to worst, or from favorite to least favorite. And of course, your list will be totally different than mine, but here's mine. And I hope you enjoy it. Alright, starting off this list at number 1, we're going to start off with, while it's not my favorite, I do believe that part 4 is without a doubt the best Friday the 13th film. The final chapter just has everything working for it. Good acting, in my opinion, from the cast that were in it, from the direction to the kills, having Corey Feldman in it as a young Tommy Jarvis, bringing in our first our first hero for the franchise in a way. I mean, I guess a continuing hero is the best term for it, because it's kind of like having Ash for the Evil Dead. Tommy Jarvis they set it up to where he was going to be a continuing character and everything, who was supposed to be important to the franchise and stuff. I wish they would have kept it going, but they didn't. So, but yeah, I would totally say that final chapter, part 4, is without a doubt the best of the Friday the 13th films. Coming in at number 2, for me, is my favorite Jason or Friday the 13th movie, Jason Lives, part 6. I love Jason Lives. Everything from the music, Manfredini, it's great. Alice Cooper being on the soundtrack, the kills, the awesome James Bond-like opening, cutting across the screen and everything. The jokes in it are good. I enjoy the humor. I enjoy everything about Jason Lives. And I thought C.J. Graham was an awesome Jason Voorhees. And it's a shame he never came back and everything. But it's without a doubt my favorite Friday the 13th film. One I watch at least once a month. Just because it's like comfort food, It's just that one I can easily go back to. Coming in at number 3, I would say part 2 is up there. I love part 2. I love Sackhead Jason. I love the throwback to the town that dreaded sundown with the Sackhead killer that they had. I think the Phantom Killer is what they called him. But I really do. I love Sackhead Jason. A lot of people step in mud puddles in part 2. It's an insane amount of people stepping in mud puddles in part 2. But I love everything. I love a lot of things about part 2, especially towards the end, with the window scene in the cabin. I love that scene. It used to scare the crap. It got me almost every time that I used to watch it, because when I watch a movie, I totally invest all my attention in everything into a movie. Like the outside world, I don't know what's going on. I'm invested in that movie, and I'm within that movie. So when things happen, I allow myself to be scared. I like to be scared. So when that happens, it's awesome. So yeah, definitely part 2, and coming in at number 3. Coming at number 4, I am going to go with part 3. I think part 3 is a good addition to the franchise. Of course, we have the iconic hockey mask coming in and being added to the scene. I enjoy watching the 3D version of part 3. It's a lot of fun, especially when you can get other friends to watch it in 3D. You got great kills, great setup, a great Jason, and it's without a doubt one of the best ones in my opinion in the franchise. All right, coming at number 5, I am going to go back and say that part 1 is within the top 5 of the best of the Friday the 13th franchise. Part 1, of course, it set everything up for us to have what we're going to have and everything with the franchise. It's just not one of the films I'll watch a whole lot. Because it doesn't have Jason in it. I mean, that being said, though, I mean, it does have Jason in it, just not in the context of him being in the entire movie and everything. But I have to recognize it as being the blueprint for what would come and everything with the Friday the 13th franchise, and I enjoy it for that, for all of that. It's got good kills, good setups, and everything. And yeah, and, Tom Savini and his handiwork it was awesome in that movie. So yeah, definitely, I would say part 1 is definitely top 5 of the franchise. Coming in number 6, I am going to come in and say that The New Blood is at number 6. Jason, Friday 13, Part 7, New Blood, introduced us to Kane Hodder, probably all of horror fandom's favorite Jason, because Kane Hodder came onto the scene, and even though you've watched all these other people play Jason and put their own little blueprint on Jason, Kane Hodder came in and just made it his own, from his movements, everything. It's like a shark, and that's been said in multiple documentaries and stuff. But Kane Hodder, he just had this aggressiveness to his presence as Jason on screen, and you can see that. And I think that's what makes Kane Hodder such a fan favorite and one of the favorite Jasons. It's got great special effects. I love the special effects in Part 7. I love the more zombied out version of Jason. I love it. I really do. I think it's awesome. Yeah, I would definitely say that Part 7 is at number 6. It's I enjoy watching it. It doesn't have the best script, but I enjoy watching it quite a lot. All right, coming in number 7, I'm probably going to be a little bit controversial with a lot of people. I'm going to put the remake at number 7. I love the remake. I had a lot of fun with it. I got to actually watch it the day before I got to meet Derek Mears. He was doing a convention and everything, and then I got to meet Derek Mears, and I guess maybe meeting Derek Mears, who had played Jason in this film, added to my enjoyment more of the movie. And it sucks we never got to see him play Jason again. It's one of I think it's almost like a travesty to the character. I would love to see Derek Mears come back and play Jason. He was big, he's huge. I mean, he's probably he's one of the biggest Jasons we've had and everything. I love it. It's got great kills. It's got pretty good humor. It's a little wonky on the script, but I still believe that the remake is a fairly good Friday the 13th film. I enjoyed it. Would love to see it played out with the sequel or even more, and maybe one day we might get that, but more than likely we probably won't. So yeah, definitely remake at number 7. And number 8, I'm going to go with the 8th entry in the franchise, Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. There's a lot to be said about this movie. It is definitely in the lower category of the Friday the 13th films. The script is it's not great at all. I mean, a lot of people like to pick and make fun of how Jason gets from Crystal Lake all the way to Manhattan on a boat. The scenes they shot in New York are great, but there's scenes where you can totally tell they're not in New York. Like as they were, I think they shot it in Vancouver and everything. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I think that's where they shot it. I can't remember. My mind has left me on that. But it's got some great kills. It's a weak movie in the entry. I don't like the ending at all. I think the ending is complete BS, and the ending is hated by a lot of fans. But the movie has Kane Hodder back, which is the shining example of the movie. It's got some up-and-coming actresses and everything that are in it who would have a bigger career later on. But it's just not a strong movie. But you gotta love the boxing scene on the rooftop. It's a classic. Alright, coming in at number 9, I'm going to go with Part 5, A New Beginning. Because this is a movie I used to dog all the time. Is it the best? No. Is it a lot of fun? Yes. I guess you can kind of say it set the blueprint for what would come with Scream. I know that might be a stretch for a lot of people, but think about it. You have a guy taking up the mantle of Jason Voorhees, whereas you have people constantly taking up the mantle of Ghostface to go after whoever the people they want to go after and everything. And I think that says a lot. And when you think about part 5, it's kind of doing the same thing. Guy takes some Joe's worries, goes after people that hurt his kid and everything, killed his kid. And I think that is something that people need to really think about when you think about that New Beginning. It did something a little bit different about it, saying anybody could be Jason. And who wouldn't find a huge, imposing dude playing Jason still scary no matter what? That being said, I would say in the beginning, while I dogged it over the years, it has grown on me over the years. Is better than the next two on this list. Still, it's a lot of fun. Coming at number 10, I'm going to put Jason X at number 10. I will not deny. I will sit here and tell everybody this is one of the most fun movies you can watch, especially in the Friday the 13th franchise. I watch it a lot. I hate it at the same time. It's not the best. That's what I'm saying. It's not the best in the Friday the 13th franchise, but it is a lot of fun. Jason X is a lot of fun. I'll never forget watching this with my dad. We laughed at it. It's stupid fun. It's a stupid script. It's freaking Jason in outer space. And I'll be honest with you, of all the horror icons that go outer space, this one is the most enjoyable. From Pinhead going outer space to Leprechaun, it's just, this is the only one that, in my opinion, that actually is fun out of all those other movies and everything. Jason X is just, it's goofy, it's fun, and it pokes fun at itself quite a bit, just like kind of like what Jason Lives did, and I think that's why I enjoy it. It's just, over the years, the CGI in it is just atrocious. And Jason looks like a Power Ranger. He looks like Zed from Power Rangers and everything, and it looks like they could have a battle. I still enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and I watch this, and this would probably be the Friday the 13th film that I would show to younger generation to get them into the Friday the 13th franchise and be like, look, if you can take this and enjoy it, you're really going to enjoy the other Friday the 13th films, because it's just that's the way it's set up, I guess. And then coming in at dead last, I think is almost everyone's least favorite, is Jason Goes to Hell. I remember seeing that cover, man, that foil, the silver shiny cover with the fire around it when I had to go to the VHS store when I saw this. First time I was able to rent it and everything. I could not wait. I'd hear people in school talk about, yeah, Jason Goes to Hell, and there's this scene that happens where Freddy Krueger's glove rises up and grabs. So yeah, I was hyped up as hell to watch Jason Goes to Hell. I just didn't enjoy it at all. Yeah, the ending, there's a little bit of payoff with the ending, and yeah, it's just it just wasn't. It wasn't what I wanted it to be. I mean, Jason's only in it, 15 minutes tops or something like that. And it wasn't the whole body, going from body to body. It just wasn't a lot of fun. I didn't enjoy it. I do not watch this one hardly at all. I try to, and it's boring. It's not a favorite, and rightfully so with a lot of people. I'm sorry, I know the director was trying to do something different, and the writers and stuff, it just didn't work for me. It might work for somebody else, might work for you, who knows. But I would definitely put Jason Goes to Hell as dead last of the Friday the 13th franchise. Now, I did not bring up Freddy vs. Jason at all, because I guess because it's not really a Friday the 13th film, it's not a Nightmare on Elm Street film. It's like I said, it's a combination of both of them. I do have a lot of Freddy vs. Jason type merchandise and stuff, but I didn't add it to this list just because it's its own thing. I think when I do a versus list, I'll probably do a Freddy vs. Jason. But as it stands, Freddy vs. Jason is just a fun flick, and I just wouldn't know where to put it on this list, because you have Freddy Krueger, who adds a lot of fun to it as well. And it's like I said, to me, it's not a Friday the 13th film whatsoever. So I guess if you had to put a honorable mention, you'd put Freddy vs. Jason. This franchise is a favorite of mine. I watch them quite a bit, along with Nightmare, Halloween, and many others. I do watch them I don't just watch all these movies on Friday the 13th though. I watch them all the time. And hopefully this list, I want to know what your list of favorite Friday the 13th films are, from least to the least favorite to favorite or whatever. By the way, I will be playing the Friday the 13th game all night tonight, because I don't know, it's Friday the 13th and I want to. I've already watched the movies in preparation coming up to this, so I'll probably go ahead and play the video game and everything. And if you can, I am Kung Fu Zombie on PSN store. I'm in the PSN store. PSN. That's my username and everything. And if you want to hit me up and play Friday the 13th, I'm all down for it. But yeah, I love the Friday the 13th franchise, and we all love this day and everything. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribe, as I greatly appreciate it. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram under Nightmare County, or Instagram, my other user account is Rando M Ghoul. I'm trying to dabble with TikTok. People tell me I need to. I am on TikTok under Nightmare County. I'm not really into TikTok, so I don't really post a whole lot. But because I'm really just, it's like, man, TikTok's like a pit of, it's an abyss of, it's just nothing good about TikTok in my opinion. And even though you try to find the good on it, it just seems more bad than anything. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really do wish you a happy Friday the 13th. I hope that many of you out there just have a good Friday and just a good weekend overall. And probably next year I'll make another Friday the 13th video. Oh, and don't forget, we do have some good news when it comes to Jason Voorhees and the Friday the 13th franchise with Camp Crystal Lake, or was it Crystal Lake? I think it's the new TV series that's going to be on Peacock, which I think is a pretty awesome thing. Let's just hope that they honor the franchise and they do it right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to more content on that coming out. Oh, and you'll also be getting another video today on Golden Harvest. I will have that out today. I have cut down like a 30-minute video to like 15 minutes. It was hard to cut out I cut out a lot of content in order to make the video work instead of it being like too long. Like this video. I expect this to be a short video, and I'm looking at almost 18 minutes now. That being said, I hope you have a good Friday, and just, yeah, don't be a stranger and tune in.